Perfect.
What is going on, people? Cons TV, and real quick, we are just gonna go. Well, not real quick. We are going over Shao Kahn combos. Now, I've tried to do something like this in the past, but that was actually quite some time ago, and I've done guys on the big guy, but only now am I actually doing a video on optimization and staples. Now, first things first, you guys both know, you guys all know about the both ways that you can get combos started with hammer lunge or with just straight in the shoulder. Yeah, y'all know that stuff. But okay, so the first things first. So you all see that little damage log just above my defensive meter there on the left? See a bunch of squares, now you see triangle. So that's my button log, for those of you that are brain dead or never been in here. Pay attention to that as you go through the video to see my exact notations. Because, okay, so you guys know the usual combo I see Shao Kahn's use is something like this. You get something like that. But so hammer lunge, and then you hold close, you hold back during the hammer lunge to keep it close. You get right up here. And that combos. Now you dash up and do a back three after that. You see my notations how I do a dash forward and I cancel it into back three like that. See that? Yeah, see, got three there. Now, the mid-screen staple is you do in 1-4 or 4-2 into hammer lunge, then you dash up back three, then you dash up back two. Dash up back three, back three, back two, shoulder, dash up, stand four into your ender. Now your ender could be annihilation, could be skewered. It could even be another shoulder charge if you're rocking a weird variation like I do sometimes. See that? Now this works at anywhere on the screen. I'm going to change positions real quick just to give you an idea, just to be absolutely sure that you guys can see this. Into skewer 371, 37%. That's your usual B&B. That's one bar with hammer lunge. Okay. There we go. So that right there is 2 bars with hammer lunge. You can hit that with all back 2, no stand 4. But the most ideal thing, if you're going to go for 2 bars with hammer lunge, you're going to need skewered because you get more damage off it anyway. That combo's hard to hit. It's kind of why the video just cut right there. Versus this combo that is way easier to hit. Like, this is stupid easy. And you get a little more damage. 424 versus 428. It does a little more damage. It's way easier to hit. If you don't have skewered, just stick with the 1 bar. You could go for something like this. To get something easy. Sorry, I didn't mean to end it in shoulder there. So instead of getting the staff, the back 2 there, you just go straight in the shoulder. That way you get a little more scaling. But 41 versus which the 1 bar was what? Well, that that versus the 1 bar, which is 376. I don't think it's worth the 4%. I mean, if you really need to, like, let's see if you really spend the 2nd bar on just like, so if you amplify annihilation, about the same. Sure, it's a little more ideal. You get 2% more, but if you don't have skewered, I don't think it's worth it because this combo is kind of tough to hit. The timing's weird because if you're too soon, that happens right there. And if you're too late, see, like, I'm still too early. You know what I mean? And you guys see me hit combos all day. See, like, it's the timing's kind of funky on that combo. So again, if you're gonna go for 2 bars, just get something like this. If you really need the 2 bars, sure, 41's better than nothing. But you know what I mean? You could just get the 1 bar. If you got a big character, you could even get a stand 1 in like this. That does a little more wall carry too. But it's more damage to just do stand 4. 37. Now, part of why I brought up the standing 1 there against... So this only works against big characters. It does not work against females. Sorry, wait. This... If you get a stand 1 after the dash up back 3, you can get something like this. Slightly more damage, 297 versus the women. I did a little earlier. You can just do that. You get 288. Yeah. So if you're facing characters like Kodal, Spawn, Geras, Shao Kahn, you know, those kind of big boys, you can definitely hit the stand 1 after. Ooh. You gotta kind of do a bit of a deep dash on that. If you notice, the back 3 is hitting a little lower than normal, but it's hitting further. Deep dash. Sorry. One more time. Get something like that. You get 291, 297. Just about 30%, which is solid. For meterless, that's awesome damage. You know, you put a bar on it, as we've seen with the bread and butter. You can even get something like that. It's not quite as good. 372 versus 370. Actually, yeah, that does a little more. But, you ended a stand 4, you get 376, which is awesome. You know, that's just under 38%. You can add on one more bar. So if you do skewered at the end, I think I just showed it. Oh, sorry. The YouTube curse shit is real. Like, this is the best route. This actually does more damage too. You get 428, so just under 43%, which is great. But I only suggest using that to close it out, but you can use Annihilation. I suggest amplifying Annihilation if you're unsure. Because, you know what I mean, you see it like, oh, I'm not sure if it's going to kill, so you just do that, get a little extra 2-3%. Way more worth it in my opinion. Now, going on to, what do I got here? One bar without lunge. Okay, so, wait, yeah, I kind of didn't quite go in order, but, you're replacing... yeah, so for the meterless, a good way to think about it is you're replacing... Instead of going into shoulder, you're just going to go into your ender. So you can go into that, 288. Go into skewered, 281. If you're rocking the weird variation with neither, 253. Pretty good odds. You know, I say this in all my videos, all the concasts especially, but damage is key. But okay, now without the lunge. So this is if you're using your 10 frame. If the move has kind of a weird block animation, like Liu Kang's fly kick, stand 1 won't always hit. But you still want to have a fast punish in forward 3, because that is 10 frames. See that? Bottom left, 10 frames, startup. So on that, I think you can get something like this actually. Wait. Yeah, the old jump 2 combo. You guys remember that? So this goes into 354. So that's going to be kind of your bread and butter 10 frame punish if you're not able to get stand 1. If for some reason you're not able to use stand 1 into lunge. One bar you're getting 354. Dash up, stand 4 after that. For 2 bar, just under... Yeah, you see, like, you're still getting awesome damage. Dash up, stand... Oh, sorry. So, 434, amp shoulder, dash up back 3, stand 4, shoulder again, dash up, standing 4 into your ender. 41%, just under 42. Awesome, awesome damage. Now, that's your 2 bar. So, if you're gonna end up doing something kind of meterless with 434, this does more damage than any option you have without meter. If you want to side switch, I suggest always going for this. If you're trying to side switch, so like if you're actually in the position I'm in right now, where you're in the corner, you want to side switch, 19.5%, now you have the corner. If you're in the corner, I mean, if your opponent's in the corner, go into Annihilation, meterlessly, that's why it does 185. Still more than shoulder. And if you know if you have the meter, you can amplify it. Unbreakable, 23% still in the corner. Good stuff. Now we'll get into that a little later, but okay, real quick, that's why. There's an alternate combo. So this actually used to be So some of you guys remember the 9-frame punish. Now, okay, I know I said the straight into shoulder, but not everybody thinks of that immediately. There's an alternate combo route which you can actually OS. So when you do 1-2, the specific string is 1-2 into shoulder charge, not 1-4. 1-2. 1-4 will not work. Yeah, see that? But 1-2, this leaves the opponent close enough to get stand 4, and this works on the entire cast. Now, it's not as damaging as 4-3-4, but if for some reason you just don't think a hammer lunge, or you just 1-2, or if you're micro ducking and you're trying to go into like something like situations where I've had this happen is like situations where I'm thinking of 1-2, 1+3, but then I'm remembering I have meter. You know, like I don't know, a lot of stuff can go in your head. If you just end up going into 1-2 shoulder, you can delay it like that. You do a deep dash back 3. It leaves the opponent, so this is the normal hit animation. You see the way Kodo's in the air. Kind of far away, right? Versus if we slightly delay it, a little closer. Now, with that, with this, we can get stand 4. And, you know, we can still get our 2-bar shit going. Oh, see? Like, that time I didn't get it, but I still didn't miss time to jump, too. Okay, you can't get that. That's good to know. See, it's OSable, though, because if you don't get it, you still get this. 325. Yep, see, still didn't get it. Still not dropping it, though. There we go. Oh, fucking voice crack. Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay, let's go. Oh, too much. That's the only thing. If you do it too much, you're going to miss. But yeah, that goes into that. So, you know, you get slightly more damage, and it's OSable. So, you know, if you happen to do 1-2, go ahead and practice that. It's a lot of fun to hit, too. I don't know. Just getting this. There are some combo things I've seen. There's like a few weird kind of things you can do with that, but I'm not going to get too much in that. This is more so for things you're going to do all the time. Now, 2 bars with lunge, I've showed that. Yeah, a little difficult on 2 shoulder charges with lunge. It's pretty difficult to do. But if you have skewered, much easier. Real quick. If you're using a spear charged, it does slightly more damage, 2 bars, either way. You can still do the corner carry with that, 374, it does awesome damage. You're going to get a slight damage boost with spear charge and skewered. 378, you know, pretty good stuff. This is some. Oh, that still hits. 432. You know what I mean? Yeah, now you're getting 43% for sure. Oh, screwed that up. Oh, screwed that up again. Come on now. Oh wait, once again. Thinking the wrong way. Come on, Shao. Hit the fucking combo. Back 2. There we go. Yeah, there we go. I do a slight dash up at the end there. If you see in my notes, my inputs, 4 forward circle, and then down back square, which skewered. I did not see how much damage I did. Can we do it one more time? I don't think you need the dash up though. I do a slight dash up, but you don't have to. So 424. That's actually a little less damage now, isn't it? Oh wait, that's with the thing though. Yeah, that's with. Yeah, if you just go straight into this. 43%, which is awesome. You know, awesome stuff. But we talked about meterless mid-screen. I talked about how you could, on big characters, get a stand 1 in. The reason I brought that up, and the reason I think you guys should practice that, is because it makes this a lot easier. Sorry. You might have already seen what I was trying to do. So this does, I don't think quite the same damage. 296. It does just about the same damage, but you're a little more vulnerable to breakaway. However, if you're, you know, a Shao main, you know that you can get a crushing blow with this. Oh, come on. You can get a crushing blow with this. And it's really easy to hit. You just have to make sure the stand 1 connects. Now you're getting 42% meterlessly. Yes, with a crushing blow, but still. Now, okay, I'll get into that combo ender a little later, but for now, we're gonna go into... Oh, that was actually it for the mid-screen. Okay, now moving on to corner situations. Now, okay, two things to know in the corner. Skewered does a little less damage than Annihilation. However, Annihilation requires a slightly stricter timing. Now, the reason for that is because Annihilation is a mid, and Skewered is an anti-air. Now, what that means is when your opponent is in the air... Sorry, I'm going to showcase this here. Okay, it's hard to see. Now this can miss. If I did Annihilation right after that, I'm showing you guys right now, it whiffs. But if I do Skewered, Skewered won't whiff, you know? And that's kind of a slight difference. Now, the reason I'm mentioning this is because in certain situations, if you're a little choked up or a little nervous, if it's a close set, whatever, you're going to want to just go with Skewered. Now, if you watch me in my sets, I'll almost always end with Annihilation. But if I feel a little choked up or nervous, I'll go with Skewered because I know that the hitbox on it, like, it's a lot more forgiving for mistiming. So if I do it essentially a little too early. So your bread and butter combo is going to look pretty much the same in terms of startup from mid-screen. 1-4 hammer lunge. 4-2 hammer lunge. You could even go into... So, forward 2 from max range, or back 2, I mean, combos. Now, that's kind of a stranger tech that I'll talk about a little later, but... Well, let's look. So, 2 back 3s, stand 4, shoulder charge amp, and then stand 4 into your ender. Skewered, you get 436 with, wait, sorry, that's with back 2. No, it's still too close. Has to be max range. Nope, still not there. Come on now. There we go. If you go Annihilation, you get 44. That's a lot of damage. And when you start to learn the tech for when this connects in the hammer lunge, it's a lot of fun. Now, so if you do your regular thing, so this is strictly for damage. If you have, honestly, it's not hard to hit. Just if you're nervous, go for Skewered. So 420, 19 is with Annihilation. You go straight into Skewered. 415.4. Not a big difference at all. You won't even notice. I actually thought it was the exact same until just now. Annihilation does slightly more damage than Skewered. Now, something that I'll do. You guys have constantly seen me do this if you watch my videos. I'll sneak into stand 1 for a little extra damage. So we're going to see what that looks like. Oop. Now, yes, you are a little more susceptible to missing. So I tend to do it before the shoulder charge. That way I can go straight to the stand 4 after. So back 3, stand 1, stand 4 shoulders, stand 4 ender. Just gives it a slight boost. 423.32. Now let's see how much it does normally. 423.32. 420.19. See, the stand 1 does ever so slightly more damage. And that can be the difference between life and death. I am a firm believer in optimization. So again, you can sneak in a stand 1. I think you can even do 2 if you want to. Ooh. I feel like you can. I feel like I've done it before. What if you can do stand 3? I don't know what kind of damage that looks like though. 423.32, right? I ran out of meter. Oh, come on. Let's see if we can hit that shit. That's the same startup frame as a stand 4. What the fuck was that combo? That was ugly. Don't ever do that. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can hit this real quick. Okay, it works, but it does 419, so yeah, not worth it. Let's try. I'm gonna see if I can hit it one more time. Oh. Okay, wait, come on. Ah, we only got 1 bar. Shit. back 3, stand 1, stand 4, stand 1. Okay, yeah, whatever. It's possible, but there's slightly less damage, so it's not even worth it. Sneak in a stand 1 if you can. Okay. That was 1 bar. Now 1 bar without lunge. Okay, so this is essentially, again, we're going to go back to 4-3-4. Sorry. It's supposed to be 2 back 3s, 1, 1, stand 4 annihilation, but I'm dropping it. 1, 2, oh, come on now. I have a harder time in practice mode than I do in actual games, which is a good problem to have, but it's annoying when you're recording for the video, you know, when you're actually having the hard time doing it. Bro, this is not hard to hit. I am so sorry. Jesus Christ. 384. Awesome damage. As always. This works against all characters. Does not need to be big or small. Is it harder with smaller characters? No. 2 stand 1s after 2 back 3s. 2 back 3s, 2 stand 1s, stand 4 annihilation. Now, I always end with stand 4 annihilation for 2 reasons. 1, it does more damage than the 2-3. 246.77. 253. Now, you see, that's actually kind of a chunky difference. Now, it's not game changing. You can still do this. So the 1 bar, you can do 2-3 into it. 41, 411, 27. But that versus 4, you know, that's a whole percent more about. And you don't want to give up 1% and make yourself more open to breakaway punishes. Now 2-3, that's why, is 2 hitting, and then it goes into the ender. And yes, it does have a slightly faster startup, being 10 frames as opposed to 13 in stand 4 versus stand 2, which is 10. And yes, it is easier. So again, so as I kind of mentioned earlier, if you feel more comfortable with 2-3, sure. But I highly advise getting more comfortable with stand 4 into your enders. It's also just damaging his shit in general. You know what I mean? And if you whiff it, you know, you can go into plus frames. Let's have the opponent block here. +6, everybody knows that. Versus 2-3-2 with a gap, still -7 even if they do block it. Now I'm going to have him flawless block real quick just in case it changes. Still -7, but there's a gap, and as you can see, still -7. So I don't think it's worth it, because if you whiff, finishing the string is... It's a little tricky. I definitely have caught people whiffing 2-3 on accident, and then I'll hit them with the 2-3-2. Well, I do this more as a meaty every once in a while, because people forget that this is a string in general, so they get hit by that last part. But again, you want to avoid 2-3. You want to get a hold of stand 4 and get really used to it. I know a lot of you guys watch video games, yo, and he is a consistent 2-3 kind of user. I am not knocking his gameplay. I am just saying that is not optimal. He can do it whatever way he wants. He is a better player than me, but in terms of combo optimization, stand 4 is the way to go, and I can say that as a Shao expert. Now, what was up next? 2 bars with lunge. So that's going to look something like this. 2 back 3s, stand 4 ender, stand 4 shoulder. So your usual starter in the hammer lunge. 2 back 3s, stand 4 shoulder, stand 4. You're going to do essentially what the 1 bar is. But instead of an ender, you're going to go stand... You're going to do 2 stand 4 shoulders after the 2 back 3s, and then you're going to go into 1-2 annihilation. You can do stand 3, I believe. I'm not sure what the damage difference is. We can check that out, actually. So it was 470 point something, I believe. It's a little hard to hit the stand 3 anyway. I think it's possible, it's just not ideal, because it's a little tougher on the timing, and between Wi-Fi players and stuff like that, you're going to want to just do 2-3. Why is the application not coming out? You guys see the R1 in the button log, right? You guys hear me tapping it. Come on, Shao, do your thing. Back 3, stand 4, shoulder, stand 4, shoulder. Oh, I'm doing it too soon because I'm not online. that time I just didn't have the meter. Dang, stand 3 is very hard to connect, if it even is possible. It might not even be. So, like I said, 2 shoulders into 1 to annihilation. Let's try that one more time. I actually recommend doing this because, yes, sure, it's only 4% more, but that's a lot. That's half health. That's 47% with no crushing blows attached. That's just straight fucking smack your forehead damage. Good shit. That's the kind of shit we like. So, okay, that was 2 bars with lunge, 2 bars without lunge. You can essentially, I think, still do this. And then you're going to do stand 4. 2 back 3s, another stand 4 shoulder, and then stand 4 annihilation or your ender. So let's see what it's like with skewered. Oh. Jesus Christ. Why do I have such a hard time with this fucking... offline is so much harder for me. Too much online, you know? 438, not much of a loss at all. So, you know, if you want to be a little less strict with the timing, you could just go for skewered. But honestly, because of the way the gravity scaling works, annihilation is just as good at that point because the opponent's coming down fast. So annihilation should hit 100% as often as skewered. So I would just stick with annihilation. You know, keep the damage. If you don't have it, skewered. You're not losing out on that much. Meterless. Okay. I also got to touch on spear charge. So that's the basic for meterless. 354. I think you can get 3 into 1 too. You sure can. 358. I wonder if you can get stand 4. Let's try. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you can! Wow! That's optimal. 374 meterless. You gotta do it kind of fast, I'm guessing. I actually just... I tend to do 2 stand 1s into stand 4. Which does 354. So it's 2% less. You can get a... Yeah, the timing's kind of tough on that. Let's try 2-3 actually. Maybe this is the one time 2-3 is better. Oh, yeah. So far not. 1, 2, 3. Da, da. Hey, that actually might be the one situation that is better. You get 370, just about. 369 is still awesome. Now, if your opponent has 2 meters of breakaway, honestly, I'm a firm believer in just catching them with breakaway because if you guys noticed, I damn near never get punished from people breaking away. It just doesn't happen. Not with Shao. Kotal maybe because I'll screw up like the combo and forward 1-2 or something, and I'll get like 2-2-1 or something. But with Shao, I never get punished, and that's because I'm a firm believer in you can even just keep it straight up unbreakable and just fucking, you know, 20%. Even this, 21%. Now let's check out if he breaks away. Well, 21%. That actually is slightly less. That's unfortunate. Oh yeah, he can't break away. I was like, huh, he didn't even break. Okay, 2005. 205.18 versus 201. Yeah, so it's slightly more. So it's 210 flat with the back 2. Wait. Still too close. That time I screwed up the input. Fuck out of here. There we go. So it was 210 flat. Yeah, so I don't know. You can just go with that to keep it absolutely unbreakable. That's what I advise. Okay, real quick. Skewered. Sorry, I gotta switch variations. So for those of you that use skewered, there's a few different routes you can take. Now, the easier route would be 2 back 3s, down 1. Oh, that's embarrassing. 2 back 3s, down 1, stand 4s, amplified spear charge, stand 1. Now that's optimal and it's not that hard to hit at all. It's 43%. If you're not quite as comfortable with the second stand 1, you can just do 1. So if you do it before this, if you do it before that, 424, 82. If you do it after the spirit charge and then after the skewered, 427.4 chaos. So doing it after is ideal. It's a little more stricter on the timing because you're doing it right at the end, so the gravity scaling is worse than it is if you do it before the spear charge. Now, if you're really not comfortable with that for you beginners out there, just do your usual, and you'll get still a little more damage because of the gravity scaling of spear charge. You get 421, which is still good. Now, another route you guys can take is 3 of these. You can do 3 of these into 1, 2. Oh, sorry guys, second nature. I usually don't do the 3. Oh, still dropping it. Come on now. Well, it's a little hard to hit, as you can see. There we go. You actually can get a stand 1. That is the absolute optimum right there. But that little stand 1 at the very, very end is hard to hit. This alone is hard to hit as it is. That's why. 3 back 3s into 1, 2 spear charge. You can just do the basic. You still get 427. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? The absolute optimal was what you guys saw a little while ago. Yep. Got that. That's not hard to hit at all. But, I mean, sorry, not that it's not hard to, it's not impossible to hit, but it's pretty hard to hit. So I would suggest going with the 2 back 3s and then sneaking 2 stand 1s. That's a lot easier than that route I just showed you. But yeah, that covers spear charge in the corner, and mid-screen, your situation is not changing much. Now, if you hit back 3, I tend to just go with back 2 after it. So yeah, back 2 if confirmed, shoulder if they're too far, stand 4 ender per usual, sneak in stand 1 where you can. That's the notes I have. So that's usually, this is usually right here how I do it. That's usually how I do it. You know, chunky 32 for a bar. If you're doing it meterless, you can go into stand 1. You're doing it, you know, you can do it like this. This is a little more technical though, and honestly on a fly it's not quite as easy, and you tend to hit it from further, like, you know, if you hit it from further away, that can happen too. You can still get something like this, but this tends to be the combo right there. Back 3, back 2 shoulder, stand 4 ender. No stand 1. I'm usually not able to sneak it in unless I'm making a hard read on something like this. Then I can do something like this. And this is like the absolute optimum with 1 bar. You get 351 off that. You can, like, you can do 2. I'm not sure if there's a way to do this up close, maybe. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to do that. I don't know. I don't think you can. Yeah, I don't think you can do that shit. But you can do shoulder charge after 2 of these. You know, for a little bit of corner carry, you get 33, 32. Oh, sorry. Now, if you're noticing, the shoulder charge is kind of hitting at max range. So, because of that, when you kind of do one of these more distance one, you have to do a dash up shoulder, which is a little hard to hit. Let me do it from further away. God, I do it online, no problem. Offline, for some fucking reason. Bro, why am I having so much trouble? It's pretty technical. It's actually pretty difficult to do. Oh, yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, see, if you're far enough away, it won't even hit. That's how that looks. If you do 2 and it's kind of from further away, you can get 33 off a bar. But that's kind of hard to hit, and it's a lot on the thumbs. Go into practice mode and make sure you can hit that first before you go try it online. But okay, restand. That's the next chapter of this. Okay, there we are. Now for the restand, I do not recommend using mid-screen because while it is +8, your opponent is left really far away. You can get something like stand 1 to do it, but +13 from back here helps absolutely nobody. So, yeah, I'm a firm believer in just using it here. +11. Yeah, I only use it in the corner. Now the difference between using your ender with annihilation or skewered versus or shoulder even versus this is you're gonna want to cut it short essentially because this move has a little bit more of a startup in 26 frames versus skewered is 9 and annihilation is 13, or skewered is 11, sorry, and annihilation is 13. You're gonna want to cut it short again because you don't want to miss it. Like even that, you see, you're too late, and the recovery is kind of abysmal. You're gonna get woke up. I'm gonna show you guys real quick. So if I have myself do it late, yeah. See that? Now you're getting punished. Wait, sorry. Fixing something. There we go. So again, you know, you get so we'll do the same order. 1 bar, 2 back threes, stand 4. Oh, sorry, screwed that up. This is actually a little hard to hit. Oh, sorry. What am I doing? Sorry. Usual starter into hammer lunge, stand 4, shoulder, stand 1. Into that, now you're plus 11. So let's get the frame data back on this just to remind you guys. Now, if you 2 bars, I don't think is ideal at all. I don't even think you can do it. You'd have to just go like this. Wait, you'd have to do like no back threes whatsoever. Yeah, even that doesn't work. You gotta just. You have to literally just. Wait. I'm sorry. I gotta see this though. You can do that, but you're getting 31%, 2 bars, and it's a restyle. Like that's trash. You can just do something like this. You can just do meterlessly too, and get just about the same damage with no meter. So yeah, 2 bars with restand. Not a thing. If you're doing the restand, you're going to spend no bars or 1 at the most. Oh my god, still dropping it. I promise this is not hard to hit. It's just offline. My timing is different. Yeah, totally easy. Now you're plus 11. You get a free throw. Forward 3 mix. Down 4, stand 1. There's a lot of games you can enforce. If you guys want me to make another guide, comment down below right now. Go comment down below that, yes, another guide. I'll probably make a poll on that sometime soon, because I do want to make another, like, final guide. But, we'll see. But, okay. That actually pretty much does it for the restand, yeah. So, up next, we have anti-airs. So, for anti-airs, so, stand 1. Gonna be your main anti-air. Stand 1. Down 2 if you're not sure. Stand 1 if you're comfortable. So let's go back mid-screen real quick. It's gonna look like that most of the time. Stand 1, back 3, dash 2 shoulder, and then stand 4 ender. You can sneak in a stand 1 if you're fast enough. No, not even that. Yeah, no, the scaling's too off. If you're trying to side switch, you can actually just go straight to the stand 1 and do it like that. Wait, ooh. You can do something like that. It's not as easy to get. You saw it whiff the one time where stand 1 hits, but scum grab didn't. So that time it did. Jesus Christ. Total jump kick busted. Now you see why I use jump 3. Yeah, you know, you can just go straight into this. Really good, especially against characters like Devora that have kind of like funky jump-ins, like where it's kind of hard to anti-air. So that's your 1 bar. You're usually going to use back 2, but you can actually use stand 4. Wait. Jesus Christ. Come on now. Double stand 4 is probably the most ideal. If you can get stand 4, do it. But if you're not sure, stand 2. So that did 347. versus... What am I doing wrong here? Wow. The ultimate anti-air is just not anti-airing. Kodo, I have things to do. Stop kicking me in the face. Bro, now Shao's not going to shoulder charge? What is this shit? Okay, I forgot what it was already, but that does slightly less damage, sure. But stand 2 is going to be your more consistent option. Now, you can do, I believe... Sorry, let me... You can do, Wait, let me make that a little more realistic. They tend to do it like that, yeah. Two bar is kind of funky, that's why with this. Wait, let's go a little further. We'll go to the left just to kind of make sure we're getting mid-screen, like absolute mid-screen. Great, now it's going to make me true fucking anti-air this shit. Shao, what are you doing? Silly bastard. Bro, now we're too early? Fuck. Oh god, that's irritating. It's pretty hard to hit with 2 bars. Again, if it's kind of like the beginning, if you got skewered. Oh, that actually does hit. Look at that. 2 bars, 38. That's kind of good, but whatever. Skewered is a lot better. It's kind of like the beginning. Remember when I kind of showed you guys with the using 2 bars with hammer lunge? It's the same with the anti-air. You can, or I guess if you do something more, you can do something like this. Wait. If you really want to know what's like an easier 2 bar combo, you can do something like this. That actually does quite a bit. That actually does about the same. So yeah, 2 bars actually, that will be your combo. Don't even do the back 3, just go straight into stand 4. Just dash up stand 4 and, you know, rinse, repeat, reuse. Now if you get back... Okay, now if you're near the corner, let's try have them, because a lot of your opponents are going to try to jump right out. Now in the corner, you're going to want to do 2 back 3s. You can go do your restand. Oh. You can go straight into that. You can sneak in an extra stand 1, I believe. So 380. Not worth it. What else can you do? Oh, back 3. Okay, now back 3. Back 3 anti-air. So at mid-screen, if your opponent is... Just gonna have them... I'm not gonna have them attack, I'm just gonna have them jump. You tend to be able to get stuff like this. Like, I'll do something like that. You get 42. Back 3 anti-air is pretty goddamn awesome. Ooh. That's busted. Oh, heaven forbid you get hit by that shit. 45% for jumping. I almost always do 2 when I anti-air. At least from like point blank range like this. Easy fucking money. Even with a bar, you're getting at least 38. 36, I mean. So, close mid range, so... Close mid range, you want to use back 2 to get into your combos. Now, same deal. Now, if you're really close, like I said, you can actually get stand 4. Like, you get something like that. Sorry, wait. How did I hit that? Yeah, stand 4 is kind of tough. You got to be, like, point blank. Yeah, like that. Like, that's a lot. But that's point blank. Most of the time, you're going to be in this close mid-range where I'm saying to use back 2. You can get something like that. Now, if it's a little bit of a far range, so we're going to have them stop jumping real quick. Going to reset the distance now. Now we're gonna have him jump again. So like from here, you're just gonna shoulder. And you can get a stand 1 there for a little bit of a boost, but that's gonna be your normal in 333% using just shoulder. You're not gonna try to get back 2 from afar. And you might have to dash up depending on the range. So like from really far, see if I can play it back here. Yeah. So from here, shoulder whiffs. From slight dash up, Jesus Christ. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that fun? Okay. I gotta hurry up. Corner mid. Now, if your opponent jumps out of the corner, they're kind of screwed, actually. Because you hit, like, a truck, and if they're fucking jumping... Well, actually, hold on, sorry. Let's back up a little bit. You want to be, like, right here. That's usually the range you're going to want to be at if you're entering with back 3. No? Playback. Yeah. If you catch them high enough, you can get 4. I tend to do 1-2, I think. Yeah, because 1-2 is just easier. I think if it's high enough, you can get a stand 4. Oh, boy. You can get something like that, which is pretty good. But if they're kind of low enough to the ground, like that, you're going to want to just do 3. So this is more of gauging. If you get them really fucking high, that's why with this shit, then yeah, go for 4. But if not, you know, if you're not sure, just go with 3. Make sure you land the combo and don't drop it. That's how you get hit. But okay, that's actually going to close it out for the back 3. Okay, so now we're going to talk crushing blows. So we're going to start with the down 2. So we're going to do mid-screen first. You're going to dash up back 3. Dash up back 3 and then dash up stand 4 into shoulder. Jesus Christ, why can't I hit this right now? You can't get that. So mid-screen, that's the 1 bar. You get 46. If you have skewered, you can get a 2 bar out of this and get 50. I think it's 51. Yeah, 51. Now, meterless, you can get something like that. You do the back 3, stand 1, and then dash up, stand 4 into your ender. So you don't have annihilation, it'll look something like this. And that should work on all characters. Pretty good damage. Off the down 2. Keeping it simple with this. Okay. Reversal throw. Now in the corner, you're going to do 2 back 3s. So this is the basic. Now that's pretty good for 1 bar. If you want to spend 2, same thing, then 1 to your ender. Oh my god, sorry. It's embarrassing that I keep dropping this. What's going on? 1, 2. Boop, 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 boop. Bro, why am I... It's not that hard to hit, I swear. Oh my god, okay, I'm starting to get annoyed. There we go. Not hard to hit at all. I've hit that all the time. You get just under 55. Now, for your reversal throw KB, okay, so yeah, meterless too, sorry. If you want to go meterless, you can go with 3 of these. Get something like that. You can get 43. Now, I think you can get stand 4. I think you can. I think you just gotta be on it. Yeah. You get 45? Yeah, just under 45. So that's going to be your meterless. Reversal throw KB is actually going to be identical. The where your opponent ends up in the air and your recovery is a little different. So like on this one, just look where Kotal is. Okay, he's kind of just by the trash can, right? Versus this one. This one leaves him a little closer, but the recovery on it actually makes this a little easier to dash up and get a combo off of. Yeah, see the air scaling is just way better. And that does a good chunk more damage too. So that's the 2 bar. Oh, sorry. Even just throw the 1 bar, you're getting about 50. You know, honestly, I actually don't think it's worth it spending 2 unless you're in the corner. Then you can cash out. I am a bit of a damage freak. So, like, in the corner especially... Well, actually, so let's finish the mid-screen. So here, we're down to and reversal throw. There's a couple different ways you can go into the spear KB. You can just do a back 3 into it, which leaves you with a good 50. Or you can do a stand 4. This route is a little tougher on the timing, but still, you know, pretty good route and does a little more damage. If you spend the bar, you get 53. If you had the reversal throw, same deal. Exact same. Down 2 and the reversal throw combo routes are identical. See, so this is just with the back 3. And this is with the stand 4. Good stuff. 56, that's pretty hefty. And now in the corner, well, actually, what was I trying to show? Yeah, right, corner. I was in the corner now. So just like the down 2, the routes are exactly the same. You can even fit a stand 1 in here. That's the 1 bar, 52. If you want to spend the 2 bar, my advice is not to use skewered in the corner. Because even if you're thinking damage output, you can fit 2 shoulders, which does more damage. So do not use skewered if you're in the corner. $57 on that if you catch them in the corner. Now you can get that off flawless blocking most back 3s as well as back 2s. Just a tip, friendly tip. Especially, that's why learning your gaps is huge too. I kind of talked about it in my Jade Concast where certain attacks, if you flawless blocking, they become like -10. Anything that's -10 or worse and leaves the opponent, I'd say about this range, you can reversal throw right here. Yeah. So as long as they're not like here, because once they're here, it's gonna whiff. But even just slightly more forward, yeah, you can get that. Now meterless is gonna be the same deal. So we're gonna read this one more time. Chapter 3. If you're not super comfortable with 3, like I don't think I do 3. I think I do a couple stand 1s after 2. But this is the optimal. 40, just about 48% meterlessly. That's pretty fucking good. In the corner, if you want to go into the spear KB, I think you can get 2. Okay, the only thing is that the corner, it's really weird for the to hit the 1 2 1 plus 3. 2 back 3s. Still meterless, 55. And you can do the same with the down 2, as I said earlier. I wonder if it's possible to hit back 3. Yeah, that's kind of funky.
I'm gonna test it out real quick. See if this actually hits. I feel like it can, because I did 2 back threes into the shoulder, and it actually looked like it almost connected. Oh, okay, yeah. So that's the most optimal one, and it didn't even come close to hitting on that last part. So yeah, you have to pick between either same deal with the stand 4. So my opinion, I think it's better just go with the 2 back threes and then into it, because then that way you're not spending any meter, because it's the same combos you would mid screen. Versus, so I'm actually gonna, let's check out the damage difference. So if we just do 1, like we do it mid screen into the, so if we just do 1, 52 versus 2 back threes, I think it was 54. I tried it. I tried to be a little fancy without planning it out properly. 1, 2. Okay, there we go. 55. So 3% more. And, you know, you still don't spend any meters. So to me, that's a little more worth it. Annihilation. So this is actually where it gets a little more tricky. We're going to go left side just to keep it, you know, I want to keep it as mid-screen as possible. So, Annihilation. There's a few ways you can set this up. I like to do it just like that. Because if you look at this, hold on. You know what, let's actually, if you do that, your hit advantage is only 18, which is not that good. The cancel advantage is 42, but you gotta get really technical with the numbers to understand. Versus 35. It's easier to just do this. Hammer lunge into 2 back threes leaves you 47 hit advantage, and they're full screen. So not too many characters can deal with that. Even if they can get a full punish, actually no, I don't think they can. You recover pretty quick by the time they get up. Like, they have to be instant and making a read that you're gonna do that. And even then, a lot of the times people just break out immediately. And you get something like this, where you actually recover pretty goddamn quick. And as you've seen countless times in my videos, people always attack right after that, which will lead me to my next thing. Another thing you can do, actually, is if you catch your opponent jumping. Oh, it's already has breakaway shit. Get something like that. Even crazier, you know. So, setting it up, you can also do something like this. Sorry, wait. I do something like that sometimes too. Leaves them full screen, plus 40, and it's an interesting ender. But if they have breakaway, it's a little sketchier. So as I kind of said the first time, just go with the 2 back threes. I don't even think 1 is good enough, because 1 is, you're a little, the hit advantage is about the same, and they're not as far away. Tapping it as soon as possible is the biggest key. So if you look at my inputs right here, right after I hit him with the second one, I'm already kind of like tapping it. Yeah, I'm buffering it so that way it starts to activate before he even hits the ground, which is what you're going to want to do if you really want to set this up. And honestly, again, you know, the throws are phenomenal with this. Sorry, let's, you know, you get 19% off your basic throws, which is great. And then, you know, heaven forbid you get the KB off with the fucking buff active. Your damage gets even crazier. That's how your damage looks if you get the buff off. You know, you're hitting 61. That's fucking nuts. So, if you go right into Annihilation, now that we have it active, the setup is essentially the same as the other 2 KBs in the forward throw and the down 2. If you get it just by itself, or like with a starter, what I mean when I say by itself is because like if you do some shit like this to get it, you're gonna get the 177, which is just the by itself, and the combos are essentially the same. you know, you get something like this. VGY does it immediately. So, I mean, if you guys want to follow his footsteps. Actually, wait. I don't think you can get stand 4 off of this. Or maybe you can. You should be able to. Oh, yeah. You can. Okay, yeah. So the combo routes are the same. And you get about that damage depending on what your starter is. If you get stand 4, you actually get a pretty chunky damage difference. I will say though, it seems a lot harder to hit this. So honestly, I think with Annihilation, that's why I was thinking about it, is I tend to do back 2. Because it's just easier to hit. So there's your 2 bar. Mid screen, just like the others, you're not using shoulder twice. You're just going to use it once and you can get skewered after that. Can be used. Okay, so you can actually use it as what I call a 3rd bar extension. Without skewered. So yeah. What I'm saying is that, so, you know, if you have this, so this is a 2 bar, and then you go and do this now, 3 bar. I'm calling it that because it's launching him again, and you know, this does about the same damage as if you just use it as a starter. I don't think it's that much of a difference, but now what you can imagine, you can get stuff like this. You can use it in the middle. That's what makes this KB so awesome, is that its versatility really works in your favor because you can use it in a lot of different situations. And wait, 3rd bar extension without skewered. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, because you can do something like this. So I tend to, I've hit this before. You guys have seen me. People tend to rush in a little too fast. Yeah, you know what? Let me see if I can okay, I kind of got the timing. Sorry. You know, let me just try this real quick while I'm not recording. Okay, so you get something like this. They tend to break away, and they always tend to press. Sorry, I just screwed it up just now. They always tend to press. So now you get your usual 2 bar corner combo. And you can use this as a 3rd extension. That's what I meant. And this is the big combo. This is the one that does, I think, like 57. Yeah, just about. You know, like, that's good fucking damage. So, you know, setting it up after a hammer lunge is really nice when you know your opponent's going to break away, which 90% of the time they do. So you can set up Annihilation after that. And then go into 1-4 and hit confirm it into hammer lunge. Don't just go wild. Video games Yo does stand 1 into Annihilation. I've tried that a few times. It's nice because Annihilation doesn't come out if you miss, and it will hit them if they're obviously pressing coming toward you. But it still is a risk throwing out Annihilation because it's -20. So I'm not a big fan of it, but you can. I've tried it a few times. It's not impossible. So that was at the end when you use it. You can also use it. Let's go back to mid-screen, go from the other side here. If you have skewered, that's why you can use it in the middle. I kind of showed this already. Then you go in the back 2. Stand 4 into your ender, which is Annihilation or skewered. Annihilation if you got it. 539, really good damage. But okay, the Spear KB, I've talked about it, but I haven't really shown because there are combos to load it. And I don't really... If you guys ever watch me, I pay attention to my opponent's health. So, like, something I'll do is if my opponent has, I think 10% even. Okay, Akodo has slightly more health. But okay, if you're looking at the points, this does 2. And that does 8. Does a total of 100 damage if you do stand 1 in the spear. So if your opponent has less than 10 health, like this does a lot of damage. And, you know, so for Kodo, I just do something like that. If you're able to end the round like this, I mean. So if your opponent does Fatal Blow, you know, don't finish it with that. Don't do Annihilation. I mean, do it if you can't. Most of you, I understand it's just a reflex to end with it. That's fine. But start trying to end rounds. If you're punishing, you know, to end the round, end it with this, because then you just get a free spear. It's free. And you know, another thing that I'll do is if you go straight in the shoulder charge, you can do something like that. You back 3, toss the spear, easy peasy. If you want to do it off hammer lunge, you can dash up, stand 1. This works on all characters as well, and you get 30% with a spear loaded. So it's really nice to kind of know how to load it. And again, it's because it really does help get quick, amazing damage. Like, honestly, using it on top of a KB is hype, but it's not necessarily ideal. Because, like, if we look at the number, so this is the, like, that's 42, which is pretty good, but I mean, that was meterless, right? But if we just spend the bar, we're still doing, like, we're already doing like 37, 38%. So that's the only reason I'm kind of like, I don't think it's that much of a necessity to use it with, I think it's more of, I like it as a punish, because you can get a quick 34% 9-frame punish, which is good. And yes, I know you can get more off this, like I just, you know, at the same time I contradict myself with saying that, because you can get it with that. But this is good. There's no breakaway I have to worry about, you know, it's unbreakable. That's what makes this, I think, as deadly as it is. And it's a really good stagger. So, like, opponents a lot of the time will, like, you know, I'm going to set them to duck and block. Stance. Normal. Wait, what is his stance though? Movement, duck, yeah. So, wait, stance, so will he get hit by overheads? Oh yeah, he will. So I'll do something like that. I'll stagger just a stand 1. And the time that it takes for that 2 in 1, 2, 1 plus 3 from the second time, because I'm throwing stand 1 and then 1, 2, 1 plus 3. 1, 1, 2, 1 plus 3. You can see my inputs on the side there. Now, a lot of people get hit by that part, that last part that Kodo just blocked, because you'll stagger this, and you're whiffing, yes, but you're whiffing, so they're thinking, okay, now I can punish. And then you hit them with this, and now what that leads up to is that if they get hit, now they're getting clipped for 30%. Now that's where it's kind of good to know, you know, that's 33 right there. That's actually really good damage, and it's a really nice check, and you know, it is completely safe too. That's, I think, that's what the biggest thing is. There's a gap, yes, but most people don't know how to flawless block this. Even at a high level, I don't get flawless blocked on that too much. So please use it. Feel free. Taunts, dear God, those things. Yeah, that's the next chapter. So I actually don't have a variation that has, I think, shoulder and the taunts. The only variation I have that has the taunts has a spear charge. So I'm just going to show this real quick with Shao Kahn. So the taunts are our worst move, honestly. Because even if you get like a setup like that, plus 50, we're still recovering in 90. It's 95 fucking frames, guys. It's rough. The only time you're going to really get this shit is off a projectile trade. Okay, I'm gonna put him full screen. Wait. Yeah, see that? I can still get it for a KB. Now, obviously, there is a lot of strength in the taunts being as strong as they are. Because, okay, so let's just do a quick rundown of what kind of damage we're looking at here. 42. Now I'm going to do the same combo with the taunts active. Why wouldn't I drop it? If I just, you know, just cherry on top. $53. You're getting an extra 10%. And it really shows now when we're in the corner here. Because, you know, if you get a jump in, you get something like this going. Almost 60%. No crushing blow. Now, okay, in terms of setups, I kind of just showed projectile trades. You can also get it off, kind of, I guess, you could set it up like how you set up Dark Priest. You could do something like that. You could do it after immediately breakaway, but odds are you're going to get punished. Like, if you do it right after this, Yeah, like that's not enough time to recover. I'm gonna actually. Yeah. And there goes the taunts, you know? And that's kind of why it's like, Like, you can eat a big combo. And that's what kind of why I'm like, I don't like the whole taunts after this. You can use it after something like this, like kind of how I showed with the Dark Priest. You can do something like this. It's a little more safe, and against characters like Kodo, I think you're safe, but against characters that have any sort of teleport or really fast moves like a slide, fly kick, shit like that, you're probably going to get smacked in the mouth. Taunts are just really difficult to use, but once you get them off, they're actually a lot of fun. So we obviously have the KB attached. 40%, which is a lot. And you know, even if you have the debuff on, if you're wondering which one I prefer, while I do like both, the debuff is much more worth it because since you're gonna get smacked in the mouth, it's good to just minimize that damage. You know, it's funny watching people too spend about. So let's actually show this real quick. Okay, I'm gonna hit him before he can do it. So this is Kodel's corner B&B. Right? 36%. It did half damage. It does half. And that's what's hilarious is people that will do, you know, people that hit you like, oh, Sub-Zero players can hit you with like a, or like, you know, even Spawn players, they do some chonkers, like, you know, 46 and stuff like that. Shit's going to 23 if that debuff is active. You know what I mean? It's just funny watching people spend a bunch of meter and shit just to get 20% off you. So yeah, the debuff I think is a little more worth it, but the damage one obviously is the fun one. And you guys are here for combos, so that's what we're going to show off. So a couple ways you can get it off. Mid-screen, you can do it actually off shoulder charge. You just go right into it. Oh. Promise you can, I just screwed it up. Oh my god. I swear this was a thing. Yeah, there we go. You gotta do it a little early, timing's a little tight, and you get 50% off it. You know, I'll do something like this sometimes as a setup, but I don't recommend it. People will catch on. I don't recommend doing it too much. Okay. I'm trying to see if maybe there's a way to get it in the corner. I haven't done these combos in forever, guys, so give me a break. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't think you can get it after back 3. Or you can get it after maybe 2 of these. You can definitely get it after 1. And that does 44% meterlessly too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's kind of hard to hit. I don't think you can. Honestly, if you get the chance, don't bother. Unless you're just doing the KB, it's more worth it to me to just get that. I didn't even get the ender and it did 54%. You know, heaven forbid you have... I'm going to switch variations real quick. So, okay, if you have the taunts active and you get this shit, like if you got skewered and stuff, the taunts were off already, but you're still getting 53, 54%. Taunts are pretty goddamn insane, I gotta say. The damage is damn near worth it, in my opinion. But okay, now on to final part, Fatal Blow. So we're gonna do the, as we've been with the mid-screen first. Oh, let me switch variations real quick. Sorry. You guys hear like stuff, it's my girlfriend in the background, don't mind it. But okay. So your usual. Then back to the Fatal. That's gonna be your B&B 1 bar mid-screen. It's gonna do just under 50. Or about 50. Yeah, just under 50. Now you can do it meterlessly, I think. Don't quote me on it. Wait. Why am I not hitting this now? Okay, you can. So actually, yeah, meterlessly you can, which is really good, honestly, because I think I've done that before. That's why I was pretty sure you could do it. So this one too, it's gonna do about 43, 44, yeah, 40, just under 45, which is really good damage, especially meterlessly. If you want to do one bar with back 3, go into stand 4 after the back 2 shoulder charge. You want stand 4 again, as I said kind of from the beginning. Stand 4 is going to be your bread and butter for getting the maximum amount of damage, which is what this video is about. Is trying to optimize every situation instead of using 2-3. 2-3 is not the best thing to use. So if we use back 3, if you get a stand 4 even, like this is just about 50. So I'm not going to hit anything because I don't want to do the boost damage. This alone does just about 50. Yeah, and if you're hitting all your X's on the right points, or 3 if you're on PC or Xbox. So if you get like the little, you know, the little boost, the skull boost things that you can get during Fatal Blow, it's definitely 50. Your 2 bar, you're almost never, I don't think you can maybe do something like this. Oh my god, yeah. I think if you do with the lunge, I think you have to just go with the stand 1. Oh, that works. Hammer lunge, shoulder stand 4, shoulder, stand 1 fatal. It's going to do about the same as the 1 bar. In fact, it does less. You can do something like that. I think you can. I think I did it wrong. You can't do back 3 though. Ooh, wait. So straight. Oh my god. Wait. Back 2 shoulder. Raw shoulder. Down 1 stab. I think you can. I'm just not getting it. Oh my god, too early. Oh my. What the fuck? It didn't come out. There we go. I feel like that does even less. So what was it? 476? Something like that? That's with Fatal Blow? Yeah, bro. That's abysmal damage. 2 bar, your best bet with 2 bars if you get something like this. Get us back 3, stand 4. Oh. Probably off the mid, that's why I keep doing it that way. Stand 4 shoulder. Oh my god, do you have to? No, I'm pretty sure you can get back 2. Wait, oh shit. Stand 1 then? Stand 1 for sure. Stand 1 if you're not sure. This does 50. Because you're not using the lunge. So the gravity scaling is a lot less. I want to hit. I feel like that's possible. I really do. Is it not? Yeah, I don't think it is. But either way, you get 50 if you do stand 1 into that. Now, if you get it off back 3, you know, your usual. Stand 4 into it. Let me see if you can get 2 bars with the back 3. Yeah, okay. I don't think you can. So back 3, 1 bar. Hammer lunge, 1 bar. If you're just going from the mid, then yeah, go for 2. But okay, actually, real quick, we're gonna show with some of the KBs here. So I'm gonna do it with the hard one. So if you do it right off the, let's actually do it without the if you just do it by itself for you down 1 annihilation enthusiasts. Easy peasy, promise. Easy 50%. In fact, this is gonna be like 55. 56. And that's without, if you get something like this, well, of course I would drop it. You gotta be kidding me. For you psychopaths. Oh, come on, Shao. Hit the fucking combo. What is up with me today? Jesus Christ. Okay. There we go. Christ. That should be around 60. If you get the jump 2 and stand 4 beforehand, that should be about 60. A little under, but you know what I mean? And you don't even have to... So something else I've seen people do, so if you get something like, you get breakaway. Get something like that. Just go into stand 4, because then it's a lot easier to get this. So stand 1 to be stable, as you can see. If you have Annihilation active with the armor break, that's why you're going to want to just go into this. Why is it not fucking working? God. Screwing up every combo in the book. Okay, I was just checking. Is the input different? What's going on? You know what? We'll do it off this. I think if you can get back to actually off this. Yeah, you can. If you get it right off the armor break into Annihilation, and that does a pretty good fucking chunk, mind you. 56. Now, if we get the armor break off this, why, Shao? Why? No combos. Nope, not that. That's already doing 42%. 45 before the cinematic even really starts. Yeah, that's 60. That's 60% at least. 61, just under 62. Now, if you get in the corner, back. Oh shit, that's right. Forgot to set him to break away. Back one, back one. Oh, it ended. Fuck. Back one, stand 4 into Annihilation. Then stand 1. Get something like that. That should do about 60 as well. Or not 60, but high 50s. You might be better off if we're not gonna have him break away. You know what I'm gonna have him do is actually if you do something like this. Here, we'll have him break away because I want to show you guys the corner combos. Oh shit, wait. Supposed to do a little further than, oh. You can get something like this. I've landed something like this before. And I just go into stand 1. And I still screwed up. Yeah, that timing's a little bit tight. Why am I... It's possible. I've fucking hit it so many goddamn times. Okay, so you get Annihilation. You're supposed to do a dash up stand 1 into Fatal. I promise it hits. Why am I having so much trouble today right now? There we go. Christ. Have mercy. That's really hype, but it actually doesn't do as much as you would think. I mean, 59 is still pretty intense, but you saw me land more than that before. If you get actually something like this, I think you might have more luck with this. Actually, no, even if you don't have it, so if you get something like this, that's off shoulder. The down shoulder breaker, that's why it's really, really damaging, but the scaling on gravity is kind of weird, so I would just go with that, stand 1. I think you can go with maybe... Oh no, you can go with stand 4, I think. Why? I feel like you can. Oh. Maybe back to. Ah, come on. So even though back two and stand 4 are the same, back 2 has a slightly different hit animation when the later frames connect. There we go. Christ. Yeah, if you get the shoulder armor break, this is what it looks like with 2 bars. $50? Yeah, you can't get that. Wonder why. I wonder why that is, why that doesn't connect. Oh, come on. Ooh, wait, I think that works. Oh, come on. Why am I having so much trouble? Fuck. Yeah, I don't think that connects. I just don't think it does. Oh, that does. You can get a back 3. My apologies. I was gonna say, it looks really close. It's not that much of a boost, though. And that the execution barrier is a lot harder on that. Yeah, I don't even think that's worth it. Okay, let's go with the easy KBs. I gotta actually end the video soon. So it's the same thing with the reversal throw. Oh, if they break out, actually, we should cover that first. Since it's the same thing, I don't have to show that. If they break out, though, you can do something like this. Yeah. Stand 1 into it, should be fine. Let me try stand 3 just to be absolutely safe. Oh, yep, stand 3 actually works good in the corner. If you're not in the corner, dash up stand 1 for mid-screen. That does a lot. Oh, shit. That's not supposed to happen. Try this one more time. Yeah, you definitely cannot get stand 4. Stand 3 should work. But okay. What else is that? I think that pretty much covers all of it for Fatal Blow combos. If you have any questions or anything I left out, let me know down in the comments. I'll do some patch stuff or whatever. Maybe I'll make another video on whatever I may have missed. But until next time, I hope you guys enjoyed the combo video. This actually took a lot longer to make than I thought it would, but I hope it was worth it for you guys. But until next time, take care.